Jono was getting a drink. It's fine.
That was so
Everything's
natural.
great. Hey, welcome to Cinema Therapy live.
Yep. We are here on set, third day of a 3-day shoot. I actually
with that
feel
real third day morning energy.
No, I feel better today than I had the other
That's
2
true.
days.
I slept better last night than I have.
Yeah, me too. So I'm actually good to go. We're doing a live to talk about the goings on of cinema therapy, some special offers, some chances to meet us.
So many wonderful things.
Yeah, some stuff we're working on, some new things that we just launched, and to answer your your cues.
No,
that's what you say, and it sounds dirty every time.
I know. You didn't make it dirty enough.
Okay, let me redo that. I know we're live, but I'm going to redo it anyway.
Go for it. Take two.
We're going to A your cues.
There it is. That's that filthy energy. Okay. So,
Yes.
Jonathan.
Alan.
We're on set.
I literally
in my
established
basement.
this 2 minutes
I
ago.
know. We're in my basement. I feel like we should zoom out so you can see what it looks like, but we can't because we're on fixed lenses. Point is, why do we how do we make our show? Do we film every week?
No,
You're
we
in my
film-
basement?
We film every other month, and we batch shoot about 10 YouTube episodes, and then a Patreon exclusive episode, and a bunch of Patreon exclusive content. Sponsorship spots, like we batch shoot all of this every other month.
Batch shoot, not bat shoot. That's what we do at night.
We are batch shoot crazy. Sorry.
Megan, help!
Going well, guys.
First things first, Patreon. So we launched our Patreon 2 years ago.
We sure did. 2 years ago this week.
Yeah, and so it's time for our September anniversary sale.
Boo-boo.
Every year we do this where if you're going to sign up for our Patreon, this is the best time to do it because you can sign up for an annual membership and get how much off?
16% off.
16% off.
That's basically 2 months free.
Yeah, there you go.
So if you sign up for the annual membership, we always give 8% off, so basically a month free. Because why not sign up for a year?
Yeah, year round you
and
get
get all of it.
off. Yeah.
So it's always that. But just during this special week,
From now
when
until
we
the end of September.
share our feelings. From now until the end of September. It's slightly less than a week this time.
I feel like Megan needs to be in a van wherever you go and you're wearing an earpiece.
I love that you think that's not what happens. I'm basically a meat puppet.
Okay, so 16% off through the end of September. So if you've been thinking and you've been on the fence about joining our Patreon, this is the best time to do it, and you have a window, but the window won't be open forever. So, and why should they join our Patreon? Honestly,
So many reasons.
no, here's completely leveling with you. We value people spending that extra money just out of love and support is great. But we want to make sure they get value so it's hard to stop. Because
Not selling it, Jono.
no,
Making us sound like villains.
No, so here's what you get. Every YouTube episode drops a day earlier on Patreon.
Or 2 or 3 days.
Or 2 or 3
sometimes.
days earlier without ads.
Correct.
As an extended director's cut.
Yes. Some of them are 4 or 5 minutes longer, and occasionally, whoopsie, they're like 40 minutes longer.
Yeah, I would say on average they're probably 7 or 8 minutes longer.
Yeah, probably.
But we have, if our YouTube episodes are 23 to 25 minutes, we just had the Galaxy Quest one, for example, was 50 minutes long.
It was so long.
Yeah, and then we have an episode. Can we talk about our special guest that we have? We just did we're having the hugest.
Oh, that comes. Yeah.
Do you
It
want to
comes
talk?
out. Yeah, I'll talk about it.
So we just
it comes out in what? 2 weeks? 3 weeks? The episode?
in a
Megan
few
doesn't
weeks
know.
on our Patreon.
In 2
we
or
just-
3 weeks.
Yeah.
It'll be coming out on YouTube as well. But we had Zachary Levi as a guest on the show. We did a Psychology of an Actor episode with Zach, and talked about a bunch of stuff he's done in his career. And the YouTube episode is right up on 30 minutes. It's a long one, and the Patreon
is an hour.
an hour and 5.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, and I mean this. We mean this as a compliment. Zachary Levi has the gift of gab. He is somebody that you would go to dinner with and spend 4 hours talking to and never get bored.
Yes.
We spoke with him for an hour and a half.
And it felt too fast.
And it felt too fast. But we got it down to about an hour 5 for the Patreon. So that's the type of stuff. We also do deep dives. If you want more from Alan about how... I'm just running with the Patreon.
Go for it. Yeah, do it.
Okay, let's...
I'll speed it up. If you want more from Alan about the filmmaking process, he does deep dives on that. I do therapeutic deep dives where I focus on a topic and really go for it. We have some sketch comedy stuff that we've been doing. And as Patreon is the home of Cinema Therapy Studios...
It is. We are making a short film. We'll be shooting in... Oh, geez.
Like
5 weeks.
Yeah.
We shoot in 5 weeks. A short film called Cyrano. It is a dystopian rom-com.
Yay! No, it is super funny.
It's really funny.
I was really amazed by yours and Megan's first draft of the script. And I don't mean this as an insult, but most first drafts are not good.
Especially mine.
But your first draft, I'm like, we could film this today.
I appreciate that and dispute it.
No, you were the first person to be like, I actually don't hate this, which is about as high praise as you give yourself.
True.
So yeah, a bunch of behind the scenes making of, and one of the reasons why I talk about we want to keep you coming back for more on Patreon, both for your enjoyment, but because Patreon is what funds the films.
It does.
It's what allows Alan to really pursue his dream of being a self-funded filmmaker, and so it's awesome. What's up?
Is Jono's mic on? We've got some people saying his mic sounds like it's not on.
Oh.
Everything should be feeding through cam.
It should be fine.
Our mic's feeding through cam 1.
Well, I'm going to double check, I think.
While he's doing that, but you can hear me, it just sounds weird. Okay. But they can hear me, right? It just doesn't sound great?
I guess.
Okay. So starting tomorrow is Fanx comic convention in Salt Lake City. And this is something we go to every year. And if you have been there before, this is the first year that we really locked down a big room. So we've got a 900-seat room. In the years past, we've had literally hundreds of people turned away at the door, which was super sad. But not this year. This year, there's room for all. Hopefully. There's room for more.
There's room for more. We'll see.
So we've got, on Friday night, we're pairing up with the It Was a Shiz show. I'm changing it slightly because we're live.
It was a exclamation point show.
But that podcast and YouTube channel, which we love, if you have it, look for it on YouTube. It's great. We're pairing up with them to talk about Schwarzenegger and Stallone.
The rivalry in the 80s and 90s.
Yes, and then Saturday, and that's at 6:30 p.m. room 251A on Friday.
Yep.
And then on Saturday, we've got our own Cinema Therapy Live. We're doing Denethor and Sons, Boromir, Faramir, Denethor from the Lord of the Rings.
Movie family therapy for the Sons of Ecthelion.
There you go. Saturday, 5:30 p.m. also in 251A. So, yeah, coming days. I don't know if we're doing a meetup. We haven't really locked that down.
I think we may announce on the day on Instagram.
Right.
That, like, we'll be at a spot for an hour.
Yeah.
Come chat with us.
Yeah, because last time we were there for 3 hours, and my kids were like, Dad, can we go eat? So
We need sustenance.
yeah, so Fanx is a party. We've been to several cons. I think it's not the best con because that's subjective, but it's a very well-run con.
It's probably the best run one. I feel comfortable saying that.
Yeah. It's not
I haven't had
confusing mess.
bad experiences at the other ones, but I haven't had as good.
Fanx is run really smoothly, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Fanx new. Oh,
A quick question. Well, two questions that actually go together. One person asked what the popcorn is next to you, and one person asked if you're ever going to do an episode on Wolverine.
Oh, interesting. I'd like to answer your question with an answer to your second question. This is Deadpool flavored popcorn.
Strawberry with chocolate drizzle.
Strawberry with chocolate drizzle. And that is
This is Wolverine popcorn,
wearing the correct suit, I might add.
which is lemon with cheesecake drizzle. In all candor, our popcorn is legitimately great. Everything Lisa's does is legitimately great. At the same time, we've been eating this a lot every shoot for like 4 years, and it's finally like we don't really need to eat it anymore. And then they showed up with these flavors, and we were like,
We were both very excited to start eating it. We've had to save it for 2 days. But the answer is yes, we are doing an episode on today.
We're filming.
Later today, we're filming an episode on Wolverine and an episode on Deadpool, and because they team up.
Yeah, so in both of those episodes, you get some overlap at the end.
Yes.
But yeah. So Hero Psychs on both of those.
We also had someone ask if we'll ever do video game or book therapy. So this is a good chance to talk about what we are doing.
Okay, So, the question was, are we ever going to do video game or book therapy? And the answer is, are Jono and I going to do that? Maybe not. But are we going to create something that does that? Probably. So, many of you know we launched a new show, Cinema Therapy Reviews. There is a Cinema Therapy Reviews channel on YouTube. You can search for it. You get to see us doing quick, just review, like not full cinema therapy deep dives and psychological analyses.
8 to 10 minutes.
8 to 10 minute just reviews of new movies coming out. In fact, we have to go see
Wild Robot.
to
We're
do our
gonna
review of that, which will be out on Friday.
Yeah, so that's our short, and that's also where, if on Cinema Therapy, the vibe is kind of, I'm leading because it's more psychology and Alan is co-hosting. Cinema Therapy Reviews is the flip of that, where Alan is more taking the lead and talking about it from the perspective of a filmmaker reviewing the films, and I'm more of the supporting role, and that's...
Which makes me deeply uncomfortable. Reviewing other filmmakers' work is kind of like, who am I to tell you what to do?
Well, this is all part of Cinema Therapy Studios, which is Alan and Megan's, your brainchild, and that I love. Cinema Therapy Studios is now... Everything we create falls under that umbrella, and we're growing and expanding. So from the films that we make on Patreon to Cinema Therapy Reviews, the channel, to answer their question.
Hopefully within the next year or so, video game therapy. We're thinking about literature therapy, music video therapy. There's a bunch of therapies.
But those would be kind of like what we do here, but not us as the hosts.
We'd be like popping in every now and then.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to get to do video game therapy on The Last of Us without me in a chair somewhere, like, or just popping up behind them, making clicking noises, something horrible.
But there's a lot that we could do there, and we'll be looking for the right people to be the talent.
That's right.
Because honestly, this is about as much as we can handle. What we're doing now.
We're kind of, I'm kind of burning out. I'm trying not to, but. Yeah, well, and also it's not our area of expertise. I love video games and have played them for a long time, but I haven't worked in the space. I don't know it as deeply as I know film, and that would be having me be the game player and have a therapist who's obsessed with video games would be shortchanging the hardcore video game fan community.
Yeah,
because I can't bring that level of detail and knowledge.
Yeah,
so we will. Anyway, it's a whole process. It's probably going to take a while, but the short answer is yes.
Yeah, we're expanding. Cinema Therapy Studio, baby!
I think we've covered everything on the outline.
Okay, so did people say they could hear me, or do I need to repeat it?
Yeah, it was just a little echoey.
Okay.
I think it's because you're picking up on both mics, because you project to the back of the internet.
I do. Listen, I did stage comedy, and anytime my mic would fail, I'd just be like, that's fine.
Listen, it's been 4 years, and we've been trying
to get me to speak.
To get him to speak at a normal volume, and he won't.
Well, if I'm going to have the energy I bring to the show, I can't.
I know, energy comes with volume for him. It's fine. We love it.
Yeah.
We love it.
Thank you. All right, I think we're open for a brief Q&A.
We can do some Q's and some A's.
Yeah. We've got a couple of questions. Someone asked if you're going to do a full Inside Out 2 episode.
It's done.
It is done. It is online. It is coming out
this week.
Friday.
It comes out Friday.
On Friday. Yeah, comes out on Friday.
But also.
To coincide with it's coming out on streaming, I think, this week as well, or maybe next week.
Yeah.
But also, we have been filming this week with Dr. Lisa D'Amour, the psychological consultant, one of the two psychological consultants on the film, and some of Riley's crew. The Pixar people brought in 8 or 9 teen girls to make sure that all the middle-aged folks working on the movie got teens accurate. And got it right.
And teens today accurate. And so,
yeah.
So we've got 2 more Inside Out 2 episodes coming.
Yep.
Yeah, one is coming on Friday.
Yeah. And then we're hoping to talk to Kelsey Mann, the director, again about the whole film, because we weren't able to last time. Mm-hmm. We're still working on dates and scheduling for that. We're not sure when it's going to happen.
Also, just because we really like him.
Kelsey's great. It's, yeah. I mainly want to do it because we're planning to fly him out and have him sit right there.
Just a real quick peek behind the curtain. So after we filmed that episode and toured Pixar and everything, we were so thrilled when that movie started being such a box office success and a critical success, largely because, I mean, everybody who worked on it, but especially Kelsey, we were just so happy for him. Like, such
he
a
was
sweet guy.
such a lovely, sweet man. And the producer, Mark, was amazing as well. And I mean, literally every person we met at Pixar was thoughtful and as kind as they could be under the schedule pressure that they were under. Yeah. Like, some of them were like, hey, it's really nice to meet you. I have to run because I have an entire movie studio to run. Yeah,
it's very gracious of them.
But yeah, it was really a lovely experience. And like, Pixar doesn't pay us to say this. They're just cool people. Yeah. Like, this is why I love working in film, is you get to meet some of the best people I've ever met in my life work in the film industry, because they care about telling stories and they care about people.
Oh, you're saying Hollywood's not an evil monolith?
No.
Yeah.
It isn't. It takes all kinds.
All right.
Okay, a couple of other questions. What is your favorite Harry Potter movie?
This one, for a long, long time for me, my favorite Harry Potter movie was 3, Prisoner of Azkaban. I love me some... I'm losing his name. I keep thinking Chivo, but that's the cinematographer he works with.
The director?
The director.
Alfonso Cuarón.
Cuarón. Yeah, I love Alfonso Cuarón as a director. I thought 3 was an amazing departure. Megan does not care for it because it never explains who Moony, Padfoot, Progtail, and Wormtail and Prongs are, which is a valid criticism.
It's a valid criticism.
You could have done that in a line.
The movie. That just undermines it.
It bugs her a lot more than it bugs me. Lately, 5.
Yeah,
has been creeping in for me.
I would go with...
I would say 5 is probably the best adaptation because it takes the longest book, puts it into the shortest film, and you don't really feel like you miss much.
No, and what's more, I actually feel like it's the only one where I'm like, that was better than the book. Because the book was so... it didn't have the urgency in its pacing that you need. Once Voldemort is back, you need it to like,
it needs
really
to kind of hustle.
And it didn't. And the film really does. I would say as a standalone 3, like if I'm just going to pop one in without having to be like in a marathon, just like watching one would be 3. 5 for that reason. And then 8, the Deathly Hallows Part 2, just because it absolutely nails every emotional beat it's trying to nail.
It pays off everything really well.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not good as a standalone, but as a culmination, it's...
Yeah, it's... Yep.
Okay, a couple more questions, and then before we run. Why are movies so different from books? I get the effects because it's expensive, but why dialogue, characters, and endings? Like, why when you would make a movie adaptation, why is it so different from the book?
Okay, so you often have to change dialogue from a book to a movie because in a novel you can write really sort of purple prose. Like, you can write really long speeches for people, and when you're reading it, it feels fine. But if you had to say it out loud, you'd look like an idiot. People just don't talk that way. And you can't ask an actor to deliver something believably that is not even remotely in the world of what real people say. So, I mean, the closest you can get is like Aaron Sorkin, right? Mm-hmm. Who delivers lots of dialogue really, really fast, but it's almost what a human would say. It's just elevated a bit.
Well, then you have things like Tolkien where... it's not how people talk, but it works in the universe.
Correct.
You know?
But because it's setting up a completely different world. And you can get away with stuff there. Like, if you make a Warhammer 40K movie or TV show, hopefully it's great, you can get away with huge, like, stentorian prose. And, like, it'll probably be fine because it's Warhammer.
I also think books are very internal and movies are more external. But movies have a different way of showing the internal.
Yes.
And so whenever people say books are better than movies, I'm like, no, it's apples and oranges. Mm-hmm. Because there are absolutely things that movies do that books cannot.
Yes, 100%. And there's things books can do that movies can't, but not as many as you would think. Like, a lot of people are like, hey, there's this whole page of internal description of what a character is thinking and feeling, and you can't ever do that in a movie. And I'm like, yes, I can. It's called a close-up and a really talented actor. They can give me everything I need with like a little shift of the eyebrows and just a thought, you know. So
let's do 2 more.
Okay. Here's a good one. No, I lost it. Hang on.
The reason I say 2 more, folks, is because we are gonna film Deadpool and Wolverine right after this, and we got to get to work.
Okay, what movie or film series was part of your character development arc?
Oh, as a person?
Yeah.
For me, the two biggest ones are Star Wars and Indiana Jones. For young me, and then the two biggest for sort of early adult me, and then continuing is Lord of the Rings and The Matrix.
Why?
Well, I saw The Matrix 11 times in theaters. Did you know this?
No.
I was that guy.
I saw it in theaters for the first time this year in Dolby, and it's the best theatrical experience I've ever had.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's an amazing film. Don't sleep on The Matrix 1. And 2 and 3 might be better than you remember.
I agree.
Yeah, and Lord of the Rings is just an ongoing... I mean, we watch it basically every year, and every year it's a treat. It continues to inform, I hope, parts of who and what I am. How about you?
Well, you already know this. Chris Reeve Superman, when I was a little boy, was, you know, like, I watched those movies, and in some ways, you know, they've aged poorly, blah, blah, blah. Not the first one. Not Dick Donner's one.
No, the first one's still amazing.
But just the notion that his entire mantra is he's a friend. That watching that as a young boy and using his gifts, that he could rule the world, but he chooses to help people.
Yeah.
Just really made an impact on me, and my whole life I've just wanted to help. And then...
That explains a lot about us.
Yeah.
You grew up wanting to be kind and a friend to everyone, and I grew up wanting to punch Nazis and shoot space Nazis with my space fighter jet.
You know what? But I love Star Wars and Indiana Jones too. I mean, what 80s kid didn't, you know? Yeah. But as an adult, Firefly, which Alan got me into, there's very few shows that have actually directly informed the type of person I want to be. But Firefly really has. Especially my passion for bridge building and creating community out of people who have incredibly different perspectives.
Yep.
And also the type of person of faith I want to be, because I was a man of faith that didn't really relate to a lot of people of faith. And then I saw Shepherd Book. I'm like, a Christian character written by an atheist, and that's who I want to be. I want to be that guy, you know, because I just love Book. So, yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Okay, last one. Do you have any TV or movie suggestions for exploring self-confidence versus self-worth? And or do we have any videos already that kind of cover that topic that we can point them to?
Yes. We've got lots. We got so many videos that I can't even think of what we've done now.
Yeah, it's tough.
Encanto comes to mind. I mean, I recently watched that. That's why it comes to mind, but it also fits the bill.
It does, for sure.
Ted Lasso.
TV shows, yeah, Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
Ted comes in very confident, and he goes out of the show very aware of his own worth.
Emma, the Jane Austen film.
Both modern versions.
Yeah.
The Anya Taylor-Joy and the...
Has a lot of self-confidence, but that's because of comparison and meddling, and she gains self-worth by growing in integrity and decency. Rocky 3.
Also Clueless. I mean, any good Emma adaptation, really.
Yeah. Are you laughing because I said Rocky?
No, I was laughing because of my own thing, but then also Rocky. There's a Rocky for everything.
Guys.
If you're Jono.
Like, I'll tell you, no, honestly, tell me your problem. I'll tell you which Rocky movie to watch.
Rocky therapy.
But Rocky 3 is all about self-confidence versus self-worth.
Yeah.
He gets his confidence from being a winner, so what happens when he loses? Well, he gets self-worth from, I'm going to show up and give it everything I've got no matter what happens.
Okay, let's quickly recap our main things that we've got going on.
Recap. Patreon. We've got a Patreon sale right now.
16% off the annual thing. That's 2 free months. You pick which 2.
That's now.
That doesn't make any sense.
Now through the end of September, so act quickly. It's the best time to sign up for our Patreon. We're going to be at Fanx this weekend.
If you're in Salt Lake or can travel to it, we would love to meet you and or greet you.
We've got panels on Friday evening and Saturday evening.
Yep, panels on Friday evening and Saturday evening. They're in pretty large rooms, like 900 seat rooms, so you might be able to get in.
We've got Cinema Therapy Reviews, which is our new YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed and clicked the bell, go over and do that, because most weeks, not every week, but most weeks we'll be seeing whatever's new in theaters and giving our take on it.
Yep. We're making a short film called Cyrano. If you sign up for our Patreon, you'll get lots and lots of behind-the-scenes stuff. If you don't, you'll be able to see the film after the patrons do sometime next year.
And actually, I'm going to say this right now without your consent because I signed the paperwork this morning.
Okay.
We've got a show in Vegas.
Hey!
Yeah. So
I love this. Yes, we are going to do our first live show that's just us, not like at a con.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be in Las Vegas on November
16th. Saturday the 16th.
We'll have ticket info and all of that stuff. But Saturday, November 16th, we're going to be doing a live cinema therapy episode in person in Las Vegas. We will be there. Megan will not because she hates being in front of people.
But we're playing with the idea. Also, she has to take care of your kids. That's what she said.
They're feral, whatever.
So we're doing a Vegas show, and then if that goes well, we'll see what we do after that.
Hundreds of shows.
Oh
we're going to live on a bus.
No, we're not. We are not Aerosmith. Like, we're going to... Thank you, everyone. Excited to talk to you.
Oh, and someone asked why they recognize the name Cyrano.
Oh, you recognize the name Cyrano from Cyrano de Bergerac. It is a famous, I believe, novel and then play, and also musical. And there was a film version of the musical starring Peter Dinklage that was pretty good.
Musicale.
Musicale.
And also Roxanne and several other movies.
And Roxanne with Steve Martin and several other movies have used that. Basically, it's a guy who falls in love with a woman, and he can't talk to her, so he uses a pretty boy to, like, he teaches the pretty boy how to say nice things, and Roxanne falls in love with pretty boy, but then she realizes it was Cyrano, and in the book it's tragedy, and in the it's not. Anyway,
our version
so
is
it's
about
different. It's about AI.
Yeah, our version is about dating AI, and it's really funny and kind of scary.
Not like Her, where Joaquin Phoenix is dating an AI. This is like, what if Bumble had an AI in it, and you... Anyway, you see, it's horrible, but also funny.
Okay. Just like us. And with that, we sign off. Thank you all.
Thanks, friends.